Greetings, I'm Lui Chiaowei and I'll be presenting my pre-thesis proposal of the office courtyard, creating a microclimate for comfort and sustainability. Background study. The problem statement is the office lighting being among the most energy-intensive building typologies, and why is because the office design tend to overlook the importance of sustainable design strategies that has led to the unchanged conventional habit we have today, and also poor building and user relation design. And how we can integrate the usage of courtyard to improve the building's daylighting and energy performances that can improve the environment and also user health benefits. Courtyard potentials include daylighting, shared space, natural ventilation, and landscaping, providing a therapeutic space for office workers. The study includes the rectangular shaped courtyard being covered and incorporating facade light shelves, and the position is guided by the daylight rule of thumb, which is 1 to 2.5. The courtyard configuration is a combination of two most basic forms, which is the closed and open courtyard with different combination of design variants that varies the performing efficiencies. The aim is to propose a courtyard configuration in a mid-rise office that effectively promotes the use of daylight in the workplace routine by workers. Site study. The site is located in Georgetown, Penang, a dense commercial area just beside the UNESCO buffer zone. It is a part of the Siaboy Archaeology Park, and the site is able to offer a great view towards the Penang Island at an elevated level. The client is the Penang Development Corporation with ongoing projects happening in Siaboy already, and this site is proposed to be the business hub. These are the site attractions within a 800-meter walkable distance radius from the site. The site is a potential to become an urban roll of a node to link the existing heritage trail to the existing vehicle public transports to other parts of city center district in Georgetown. The site is elongated at the orientation of northeast-southwest, having to have a potential of providing more openings that produces less solar radiation. Another potential is having natural ventilation with the availability of wind coming from the north direction. In the design development, the inspiration of courtyard strategy derived from the local shophouses where they have this ambience whenever you visit, there's the daylighting at the call center. So the concept of this design is to maintain that authenticity and introduce that into office workplace. And how to have that is by also incorporating the configuration of kaki lima, which has invites in indirect sunlight that is useful for the interior space, and also using the grid layout to break the plan with the guidance of the rule of thumb. That is to provide a more linear layout and also providing more natural openings of daylighting to penetrate into the workplace. The design approach was done to find its connectivity in the urban linkage, identity from the social program, and the sustainability of the architectural daylight strategy. To connect with the surrounding site attractions, the building program is proposed to have a commercial flea market at the bottom floors and the rest of it as an office workplace. And the office workplace is separated into private, group, and co-working. The site is located sandwiched between two building typologies with a shopping mall of 9 stories and shop houses of 2 floors. So the proposed height range is 7 floors to avoid obstruction of the observatory at the top floor of the shopping mall. And the zone ratio is separated into 2 floors commercial and office, 2 floors for the commercial at the bottom, which is open for public and semi-public for its facility. And also for the office, they will have their own facility floor, which is open for semi-private, and the rest of the 3 types is for group, individual, and co-working that will be private. The courtyard typology used in this context is the open and closed courtyard. The open courtyard will be used for the commercial artisan area to provide a more welcoming entrance for visitors, and the closed courtyard for the office area where it's more exclusive and private for workers. The planning strategy is based on the window-to-wall rule of thumb by providing a 4-meter height allowing deeper penetration of daylight, and is proposed to incorporate a light shelf to reduce the direct daylight into the office workplace. The massing of the building begins by identifying the orientation to the north to allow more openings of the desired northeast and southwest, which have less solar radiation. And from there, we zone that into two core areas of the commercial and office area, and also responding to the surrounding site hierarchy. And from there, I take this the existing bulky plan and place two cores to provide a linear space for the offices to allow at least two-sided daylighting into the interior space. And to enhance the interactive courtyard, I place some social integrated spatial spaces around the courtyard, and it also smoothens the hierarchy of the building and also provide more void at the ground floor to allow more pedestrian activities to flow into the building. And from there, more green interaction of courtyard pocket spaces is integrated into the courtyard to create more interesting experiences for the workers and also visitors. And then they will have the user experience and redefined, creating a series of courtyards based on the program grid. In the schedule of accommodation, the proposed building is 2.67 acres and has achieved the minimum of 2.5 plot ratio. The office program is grouped into three types of office to accommodate different scale of workers, which is the group, private, and co-working, and a common facility floor to cater their different needs. And the bottom two floors will be the commercial, where it's open for public, the flea market, and also event spaces for artisans and local visitors. The schematic drawing. This is a plan view of Siaboy, and the existing Lebotek zone is proposed to have become a pedestrian street to encourage more pedestrian activity in the Siaboy site attraction to connect each site attraction to each other. And the drop-off point is located at the main road of Jalan Magazine to allow easier access for public and avoid the traffic from coming into Siaboy location. So at the ground floor, the Artisan Square, visitors dropping off from the main entrance from Jalan Magazine will be welcomed by the view of the flea market, the focal point at the central courtyard. And when they turn to the other side, they can reach to the open courtyard, the pedestrian courtyard, where is a location for the alfrescos for workers and visitors to eat a common area, and is surrounded by the artisan cubicles. And surrounding that area will have pop-up booth area at the white kaki lima, allowable space for occasional pop-ups of other booths. Moving up to another floor, which is a semi-public area for event spaces. The event space is surrounded by the open courtyard with a pre-functional area that is open to the courtyard and also the facade. And the other spaces, functional spaces like teamwork and workshop room, is surrounding the closed courtyard. Moving up to the office facility that is cater for workers, where they have a common relaxing zone that is facing the heritage view, the lounge and entertainment room, and also quiet room space for more task concentrated area when they need to. And this is surrounding the closed courtyard. And surrounding the open courtyard is a collaborative space for teamwork space, like the exhibition room, when they can invite in visitors from outside. A larger office, the co-working area, also the creative office, catering more than 50 packs. The office courtyard is surrounding the open courtyard with the lounge and green pocket that is the void to allow cross ventilation in between this mid-rise building at the third floor, and sets as a buffer between the creative studio and private pods. The private pods will be available for more task concentrated area for the workers, and also creative studio spaces that is designed for the local artisans to use. The fourth floor is the individual office for smaller scale offices for 25 pax and below. So there's 3 small offices and 4 style cubicles. Each small offices here have their own meeting room, teamwork space, and general staff area, and also executive room. They all share a common pantry at the corner, and also a lounge that is located by the lift lobby. And there's also an elevator office garden to utilize the roof below and also reduce the heat gain of roof surface. And the last one is the group office, which is a single tenant of the entire floor. So there are 2 floors. The lower floor will be for visitors and their general working area. So when they have guests, their clients will reach to the lift lobby, and they will have a reception and waiting area with the view of the heritage area. And they have their own green pocket to have that sense of ground floor, even though they are at a higher floor. And then they'll have there's a staff zone inside, and also lounge area in between the courtyard and teamwork spaces. So the teamwork spaces, they can link back to the meeting room spaces for collaborations with their client. Is the executive floor. There is a sky lounge for VIP guests, clients, and also managerial rooms for their assistants. And they also have available functional extension spaces for staff, and it can be switched into a rooftop event space whenever used necessary, having the availability of the sky garden and exclusiveness of being at the top. In this proposed building, there's 2 car park basements. And this is the section, access section of the office closed courtyard, where it's surrounded by office spaces, the entertainment room, the 2-store double volume lounge in between that allows the cross ventilation happening in between the building and allowing light, another source of daylight to penetrate to the ground floor artisan square. This section YY, it shows a cut of 2 of the courtyard. One, the one with the alfresco, is the open courtyard that is served for the commercial visitors, surrounded by artisan cubicles and also cafe and restaurants. And another one that is more exclusive, but yet still maintaining the integration with the artisan square at the bottom floor, is surrounded by the elevation. You can see the northeast and southwest openings are maximized to harvest in daylight. This is a perspective view of the front facade from Jalan Magazine when visitors come and drop off at the main entrance. This is the main vehicle entrance into the site through Jalan Maxwell, and there's another entrance from the site to allow the visitors from Siaboy to enter, and there's a Kaki Lima at front row that is integrated with the adjacent shop houses. This is the entrance of 2 of the courtyards, the integration inside the Siaboy site connections. This is the pedestrian entrance of the open courtyard to the artisan cubicles and F&B area. This is a view of the flea market from the pedestrian street entrance, and in another perspective is a view of the central courtyard from the 3rd floor office. This is a perspective of the waiting area at 5th floor, having the view of the heritage area and a sense of greenery. And in another perspective is a group office teamwork space, also at the 5th floor of the linear layout that is surrounded by the central courtyard. And that is all for my presentation. Thank you.